should be any second now. We're live. All right. How's everyone doing? And welcome to another live stream. I forgot to upload the streaming schedule, but I'll upload it later. Essentially though, today is a very special day. This is actually, I believe, is like the second to last Deckathalon. And so I can, you know, get on my rematch with Wizard101 and, you know, throw some hands. So I'm pretty excited for it. Unfortunately for you guys, this one's kind of a sleeper. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, this Deckathalon, out of all of them, definitely a sleeper one. And then I say this as I'm going to get my butt kicked somehow because, I don't know, I guess I'm rusty or something. But yes, today we are doing Life Deckathalon. And really, the only reason we're doing it is because I haven't completed it. So that's the main reason why. I honestly thought I did, but I guess I actually didn't complete it. Or maybe I missed it because I was really busy at the time. But same setup though. Deck's not that great. And I kind of forgot to buy TC, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It's only Life Deckathalon. Surely it's not that bad, as I say, until, like, you know, something happens and, you know, then it's not as great and I start, you know, crying. Not really. More like I get absolutely angry because things aren't going well. It's like, well, you know what, Frenzy, you should have prepared for it. You know, you should have been more prepared for this circumstance here. But yeah, right now we're just kind of vibing. Really, I just want to ask if anyone's actually try out the summer update. You know, what's your opinions on the summer update? From the looks of it, it seems alright. You know, I think it was one of those things that I was kind of expecting. The biggest thing being that, oh, it's basically going to be like a raid update, and that's kind of it. With some quality of life features, and that's kind of it. And it looks like it's exactly just that, which is a little disappointing, but it's whatever. Honestly, like my friend Pluto, friend of the stream, said it best. If somehow they manage to find a way to make it to where raids are more accessible to the people, so that not just like the 1% of the player base actually is able to play it, then that will be kind of tight, not gonna lie. And obviously they could do something about like making the grind not so like insanely boring and tedious, but other than that, you know, at the very least we can start off with baby steps. The baby steps being like, hey, just have it available for more people. That'd be actually kind of awesome. So I don't know. It is what it is, but it does look pretty cool. I saw my friend Val, friend of the stream, and Liam, friend of the stream, do the raid, a little bit of it. Apparently, I believe the Kittens Guild was able to be the first one to be in it, so congratulations to them. And it looks pretty fun. It looks a lot better than the Aztec one. The Aztec one seemed like it was like a little too complicated for like no reason, and it kept adding things for the sake of it instead of just like, you know, for making it fun. At least, you know, that's an outsider's perspective looking in. But yeah, other than that, you know, looks pretty good. So only time can tell if things will ever be improved in the future or not. I know Liam recently made a video. I wanted to see if I can react to it, but maybe not. Because I didn't ask. So we're not going to react to it, but I'm sure he'll probably have somewhat of a similar opinion. But his is more towards that PvP perspective, like more competitive scene perspective. Speaking of just like competitive scene though, there's also a bunch of new spells that came up. Unfortunately, they're essentially lore spells, so you kind of know what that means. That basically just means, hey, that's a lot more grind you gotta do for the spell. You know, make them do more damage so you can have an edge in PvP, and, you know, the keys are still kind of bad to obtain anyway, and yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. Some of the spells are actually pretty cool though. I think some of them are very niche. I would say the Myth and the Fire spell is fairly niche. Fire having the 2 detonate mechanic, which, like, I'm not sure if you'll have a scenario where you actually will be using a multitude of overtimes to detonate right then and there. Maybe you do. Maybe it could be in a strategy. Who knows? I'm not sure. Haven't really found out myself. But the Myth one seems pretty nice. You know, a really good shield breaker. Unfortunately though, I think it probably does less damage than Splash Squatch. I could be wrong on this. I'm pretty sure it does less damage than Splash Squatch, and the main reason is because it removes a multitude of shields. and then does its damage, which is cool, but it's very niche for sure. And because something is niche doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but there definitely is an argument when something is niche, you know, may not be as exciting for a lot of people. The ice one's pretty decent. It's basically just like Luminous Weaver, but they just gave it to the ice school. So there's that. Death got a basically like a I would say like it's like an abominable weaver in a way, because it's a hidden shield. Pretty decent shield, minus 50%. Pretty decent shield. You know, nothing too exciting. I honestly like even useful mechanics. Honestly, isn't really that exciting for me. I always find, even if the mechanic can be useful, like, it can be a very boring mechanic overall. And honestly, mechanics themselves are pretty boring. They're very simple, and that's fine, you know, but they're still good spells. Then you have the balance one, which honestly was my favorite. I think it's the best one of them all. The issue with balance, really, you can't really play. I mean, you can play as a balance, but unless you're trying to use like your tri spells, so we're talking about like elemental or spirit type spells, there's a really good chance that, okay, well, you're at a situation where you could get weakness, and then you'll have to take it off, and if you're just relying on balance blade, then you're kind of in the tough luck, because then you have to kind of forcefully remove it. It's a big issue. So having auras be like a really big thing for balance in this spell was actually pretty huge in my opinion. And that's why I think like the balance spell definitely has to be, out of all the spells that were released, I think the balance one gotta be the best one, because like it was a very interesting mechanic and it's very useful for balance classes. Really good minion killer, I would say. It's a very good minion killer, and really it's just solid. Like, I would probably farm for this if I could, because I actually do genuinely like it. I do like the aura. Now, you could make the argument, oh, you know, just use Frenzy and stuff, you know, yada yada yada, and it's like, that's true. That's true. But, like, if you're in a situation where maybe you don't want to take as much damage up front with Frenzy, and Reinforce is also another one of those where it's like, the main issue with Reinforce is really just making the pet body, because, like, when you do a Reinforced pet, you're making it for the sake of being, like, a pure glass cannon, which is not an issue. The issue mostly just stems from the idea that to make a pet body that's good for it is going to be a pain in the butt. Now, I will say, though, it is currently double pet XP for, like, the entire month, I believe, so it's actually pretty good. But, like, not many people are willing to just, like, you know, go out their way to just make a pet like that, and I wouldn't even say it's mandatory. It's just kind of like, oh, you know, the option's there, but it's not mandatory. So having a spell like that for the balance spell was pretty good. Honestly, I should probably make a video on that. Like a short video, maybe even a short. Like, there's a lot of things I can do with it. I think that I could somewhat make some content for test run pretty quickly, because like there was two things I cared about. I cared about the lore spells just because, like, hey, you know, I don't necessarily am someone who I consider who plays optimally. I just like to, you know, fuck around and find out kind of thing. I'm that kind of guy. You know, for mob fights, you know, we play a little optimal. You know, we use that blade AoE. You know, we use that frenzy AoE. But like when it comes to boss fights, I just kind of like to mess around, and yeah, that's just kind of how I do it. So spells like those can be really nice. I always like spells with like pretty cool mechanics. That's one of the reasons why I picked Myth. Well, actually not really. I picked Myth because I thought Minotaur was a really cool spell. It's as simple as that. It doesn't get more complicated. I just picked Myth because, you know, oh man, Minotaur is so cool. I want to use Minotaur. And then I picked Myth. That's why, technically my first school was Storm. But I ended up playing the game as a Myth, and I became a Myth main. And I became more of a Myth main because I just thought, like, even though it was at the time, quote unquote, at the time, very important context, at the time, one of the more underwhelming schools, because like now it's like one of the most broken schools. At the time, it was like one of the most underwhelming schools, and I think the reasoning for this is because not many people play Myth to begin with. PvE wise, it's like a very big drag in my opinion, before like the Orthoris buff and everything. But I will say, Myth was like one of those classes where, like, even though it had a bunch of utility in their spells, it was one of those classes where, like, you did need like a certain set of skills to actually pull it off pretty well. So a lot of people didn't necessarily like it because, for starters, Myth had an issue of not doing as much damage output. Now we're in an era where like everyone does like a ton of damage output to the point where everyone's just considering, okay, maybe we're doing a little too much. Maybe we should like, you know, lower a little bit of those damage caps. And now it's like, oh, I honestly think that genuinely we probably just need more health in general, because like it's starting to be like a speed run. The speed run of who dies first, or like the PvE strats. Then I'm just rambling at this point, I'll be real, I'm just rambling. But then they got, you know, the other reason, like getting back on topic, the other reason why was because even though the damage output wasn't much, normally when you don't do as much damage output, then you would kind of bank a little bit on your survivability. That was not the case. Myth also didn't really have great stats for survivability. Their health was definitely a big thing that was an issue. So, in this current era, now correct me if I'm wrong, because this is an outsider's perspective. Keep in mind, this is an outsider perspective who hasn't done PvP in a long time since the Rochambeau era. But from an outsider's perspective, they made Myth more of a piercing school, and they gave them some stats that's pretty similar to Ice. So they basically solved one of the issues being their lack of survivability in a competitive scene, because now they have decent resist with pretty good damage and really solid pierce. And with certain spells that hasn't really been changed that much in terms of damage output, yeah, they're a pretty deadly school nowadays. But at the time, you know, that was not the case. So, this is a long way of saying, I just thought Myth was cool. This is a very long, extensive way of just saying, I just thought Myth was cool. Like, I really love spells like Athena, really loved Minotaur, the old Orthrus. I actually don't mind that they changed it though, because now, like, it's a pretty solid PvE school now. And yeah, there's just so many like really awesome spells that Myth has in their arsenal, and people usually consider them as the minion school, which is fair. But I feel like over time they became more of a, in my opinion, like a utility school until like the Rochambeau era. Once the Rochambeau era came through, I would say the whole uniqueness of having tons of utility that Myth used to have is not really unique anymore, because now everyone has a specific set of utility. Now it's become more of like a peer school. Yeah, and I don't know, pretty cool. It's still overall pretty cool. You know, I enjoy the class. I think the class is cool. It's still my main, as you can see. Wow, look at that, 99999. Look at that, wow, that's crazy. 999 mana, insane. Think about it. I'm surprised how good Kraken is, bro. You could just go through like the first 3 towers and you're like, hey, I'm a Kraken, boom, I'm a Kraken again, boom, and then you're fine. This is 1 credit use, by the way. I haven't used a single card. In fact, my pet's actually been awake. You know, I gave him some coffee. I gave him all that caffeine. I just like, you know, got a bunch of coffee beans and I just smushed it on my pet, and now it's waking up. Don't worry, I gave it water as well. But now it's awake. It's great to see. You might be wondering why we're just kind of vibing. Well, it's because it's the Life Deckathalon. To my knowledge, the Life Deckathalon low-key's a sleeper. Sleeper Deckathalon. In terms of like intensity, I never really recalled it being that intense. If anything, I would say the most annoying thing will probably be like maybe they have spells that have like shields and stuff, like death shields. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. Actually, I feel like since we're here, I might as well look up to see what they can do. Let's see. I'ma go look up them spells. Wizard101 Life Deckathalon. I was not prepared for this one, but at the same time, I also feel like you don't need to be that prepared for this one. As long as you have like your main stuff, like, hey, make sure you have your feints because you're gonna need them. Make sure you have your virulent plagues because those are always useful for the 2v1s. I think you're fine. I love it! Kraken can still kill! It can still one-shot, let's go. Okay, let's take a look. I think we're in stage 3 right now. So they have okay, so they have traps and Dragon Blade. Speaking of the devil, there's Dragon Blade right there. They can triage, so they can remove overtimes, and they just have your base hit spells like Leprechaun, Nature's Wrath. Okay, let's check stage 4 since we're heading there now. Mainly just Seraph. Okay, Great Ant. Let's see what you can do. Okay, nothing too different, just has more health. Now you die. Let's go. All right. And then let's see what else you got. Grove Guardian. Whoa, they got the Scion person. Okay, apparently they can Goat Monk, but I'm pretty sure Archmastery is still pretty broken, so like not a big deal, right? Not a big deal. Let's see. Stage 5. Oh, whoa, guys, they can heal. They can use Minor Blessing. Wild. Yeah, only in stage 5, folks. Only in stage 5 they can start using Minor Blessing. Who would have thought? Let's see. Nothing too big on stage 5 yet. Let's see. Okay, still nothing too big. Like I'm saying, bro, this is a sleeper-thon. The sleeper-thon. Let's go. Still nothing too big in stage 6. At least not that I've seen yet. Yeah, still nothing big at all. Just make sure you kill them. Long story short, just make sure you kill them. Stage 7, maybe things get a little spicy. Not really, still pretty much the same set. Let's see. Okay, apparently they can use Centaur now, you know, that's the thing. And yeah, it's pretty much the same. Alright, stage 8. Ooh, definitely, thank you. I might need one. Whoa, guys! It only took to stage 8, y'all. It only took to stage 8, but they can finally use freaking Sprightly. Who would have thought? They can finally use Sprightly, man. They can use a life healing spell. That's not Minor Blessing. That's crazy. Yo, what's up, Firestarter? Welcome to stream, man. Hopefully you're doing well. We're just checking out the Life Deckathalon, also known as the Sleeper-thon. But I didn't prepare for it, so maybe it might be a little more difficult. I don't know. I don't see it, though. King Artorias? I mean, that's a spell you can use. Yeah, sure. Okay. Man. Yeah, I mean, like, what? This is stage 8, right? Yeah. And then stage 10. Okay. Oh, this actually might not kill. It don't matter. Let's see. Oh, whoa! Guys! Guess what they can do in stage 10? They can use Spirit Armor. I'm no waying right now. No way. They can use Spirit Armor, bro. It's so Jover, man. It's so Jover. That's wild, dude. That's wild. Apparently Luminous Weaver, but you know, freaking Archmaster is kind of broken, so they probably won't use it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They probably won't use it. Let's see. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna wait it out. You know, I'm not gonna use any card at all. I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. Listen, I'll just get it back, bro. You know, I'm a Death Wizard now. Crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is a very sleeper-thon. Okay, I guess like the most dangerous thing I've ever seen is like the fact that Melinda Wu can use like gnomes and King Artorias. Like that's kind of it. There's really not much to it. Yeah, I'm kind of vibing right now. Yes, sir. Did the Polaris raid with Val's guild yesterday? Oh, that's awesome. Locked Matt and I made an Insignia gear gang. Whoa, that's crazy. Damn. I'm about to go Kendrick on y'all. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Nothing too good. Yeah, we pretty much got everything. All right, let's keep going. All right, so this is I forgot what stage this is. 4. Nah, I said that last night. Wild. Okay, I guess now we can actually use cards. Yeah, that's a thing now. I said if you found out you hate us, yeah, I hate you. You let me know. I'm just vibing. You know, just getting this decathlon done real quick. Honestly, I don't even think I need to do anything special. I'm gonna just wait. Also, it looks like I didn't see any of them have any cards that can defend against death spells, which is interesting. I'm gonna discard a couple things and then just bada bing, bada boom, and then we'll do this, and then we do that, and then we're good. We're good. Yeah, this is a sleeper-thon, man. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like out of all of the decathlons, this one seems to be a sleeper, like a big old sleeper. Like every other decathlon has something that's kind of interesting and it's kind of scary, and then this one is like, oh yeah, they can like absorb or something. Like, I guess the worst thing is like maybe the health, but like if you've gone through the ice decathlon, you might be fine. Oh, and then also I have Talos. I'll just use Talos. I think Talos can actually do just fine. Yeah. I think this is stage 4, am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not even paying attention. You see, we're just vibing. We're vibing to some freaking gardening ass music. By the way, if you know where this comes from, you're a G, bro. You're a G. Comes from Kingdom Hearts 2. Lazy Afternoons, one of my most favorite soundtracks of like the entire franchise. It's just very soothing. I tend to use it when I garden or fish. It's really nice. Probably just use a Vermint plug for once, why not? Saying was gonna do a voiceover for a new raid review, but I'm not really feeling it at the moment. I have a headache at the moment, and I just kind of watch YouTube and then take a nap. I feel you. Yesterday, I wanted to like do content and all, but like I also wasn't really feeling it. I was feeling really tired from like my work week. I was working over like basically the entire weekend, and I was just like, nah, I think I'm gonna just like, you know, take the day off or something, which I probably shouldn't, but I was like, yeah, I'm just not in the mood, so we're not gonna do it. That's kind of how it went about. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. Why not? It's fine. But yeah, what I did do though, I did clean my room. So like, it's not like I did nothing the entire night. So, Ransom was lazy majority of the day, decided to run some errands, then ended up getting some, not all of them, some of the prizes for the Stitch Review winners from the last stream I did, the last stream collab I did with Speedster, and pretty much contacted all of them. I think almost all of them responded. I might be missing one. I'm gonna double check on that actually, but I might just be missing like a person. That's kind of it. Yeah, because let me see. I have... Okay, they responded, and one of them was going to use it later. But I did hear that they say that apparently they're going to redeem it later, so my guess is that it should work just fine. So I think that's everybody. Everyone pretty much already has their base prizes. Ideally, I was thinking of getting all the prizes right then and there, but money's kind of tight at the moment, so I'm waiting for the next payday to actually give the rest of the prizes, which is like the big prizes, the bigger prizes, for like the top 3. But everyone got their base prize. Even the top 3 gets a base prize, so like basically they just get like a little bit of extra. So I don't think it's that bad. I think it's fine. Overall, I think it's fine. But yeah, I just mentioned it to all of them. They're cool with it, so honestly, all that's really left is just the top 3, and then everyone should have their prizes officially. WizTuber's always rich in the Wiz broke IRL. I mean, true though. It is true. It's true. I kind of don't want to use a vampire, but I think I kind of have to. Yeah, fuck it. I honestly, with 1 credit, we went pretty far already. So like, at this point, we're just kind of vibing. And I need to start actually carrying empowerment, because empowerment's gonna be very useful for this. Empowerment's an OG spell, you know, it's a good spell. The only bad thing about empowerment is if you know, get stunned somehow, and the issue with empowerment is the fact that it doesn't stack. So once you get to your full 7 pips, like no matter what it is, you don't get any extra stuff from empowerment. You just kind of get what you get. So that's the only issue with empowerment. But other than that, solid freaking aura. Love the aura. Making a decathlon pet seems like some work. Is it worth? If you just want to do the decathlon, yeah. I think it's worth. Like, really all you need for a decathlon pet is like heals and a will cast. Particularly, you want like a will cast Kraken. Vampire is fine, but you may want the Kraken because it just does so much more damage. You get so much value damage-wise with a Kraken than you do anything else. So yeah, I would say it's pretty worth it. Like, if you plan farming Deckathalon, I'm only doing it because I just like do a little series, which I need to actually start, like, you know, being more serious on making videos for. I say that a lot and I never do it, but I'm being for real. Like, I actually need to get towards like making the videos and stuff. I am still working on my Stitch review video. It's almost done, actually. I went through like a round of edits, just cuts and stuff, but I usually go multiple rounds. I do like a first round of edits, which is just like cutting stuff up a bit. Then I go on the second round, which is pretty much doing more of that. But now it's, okay, we need to make sure to like condense the length a little bit more. And then once I'm done with the second round of cuts, I usually actually go for the real edits to, you know, put what I want to put. That's usually how I go about my editing process. Are the decks that much better than Reaver? What do you mean? Yeah, it's so easy to think about content, but yeah, exactly. It's the will to actually make the content that's hard. But the ideas of just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like, yeah, that's the easy part. That's one of the reasons why, like, I usually prefer streaming over like making videos, because like streaming, it's like, okay, just turn on the fucking live button. But the hard part is keeping everyone entertained. And I have my days where it's like I'm a little bit more quieter than usual, and it might be because like, oh, I'm focusing right now, and it's not necessarily what I would consider great for content. Like, you know, it's just difficult. And also, like, sometimes like I'm really bad at explaining things, and I end up kind of like brain fogging like every now and then, and that's also not great. But other than that, you know, it's mostly easy to do. It's hard to master. Is the moral of the story. Easy to do, hard to master. Also, the song is done. Let me, like, get back to it. Explaining things on live sounds like a nightmare. It kind of is, because, like, in a lot of my videos, when people see, like, my analytical stuff, it's usually after, like, 20 takes. Yeah, it takes time for me to actually explain it. Like, sometimes I'm like, okay, I over-explain, let me try again. And then I go through another take where it's like, yeah, I fucked up somewhere, and I fucked up at a different area, let me just try a different take. Then I try again, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I just lost my train of thought. Let me try another time. And then finally I get the take I want after like 20 times or so. Sometimes it might even be more. Sometimes it's less, but most of the time it's usually more. Like, even something as simple as a short, like my short that I did for extra credits, that took time for me to make as well. Because I was just really terrible at explaining things in a very short period of time. You only have a minute to make the short, so like, it's not a lot of time. So you just have to make the best of what you can. And then I've noticed, oh my god, like, speaking for like a minute is to explain how to do a fight is like one of the hardest things I've ever done. Because now it's just like, okay, how do I explain it where it's enough, but not too much to where I'm over the 1 minute time limit for like a short. And that was the hard part. I still think the short came out pretty good though. I was pretty proud of it, considering that it was kind of last minute. Ooh. Oh, you know what? My pet's coming in clutch. Yeah, W pet. Yeah, W pet. We're good. W pet. Honestly, I'm just gonna keep passing. I think a scarecrow is all I need. Okay, it's kind of like me recording vids. Like, I don't know how Locke and Phantom legit just walk around and talk. You know, I wanted to make a meme so bad about that, because like I do the same thing. Like, I just wanted to make a meme where it's like, hey guys, this is Wiztuber69 coming back at you with another video, and like in the background you just hear like, you know, clicks of a mouse as you're moving around your character, and it's just gonna be me running around, you know, a bunch of areas as I'm trying to speak of something about Wiz. Like, it's just funny because every Wiztuber does this, and like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because we have ADHD or something, but like, it's like we can't even sit still in the game. Like, for me, I know me personally, I can't stand still. I'm moving a lot. When I talk, I tend to move a lot. When I'm sitting down, I'm moving. When I'm like, you know, editing a video, there's something that's moving. By the way, I can't say if I do have ADHD or not because I haven't really been tested for it. I will say though, when I was a kid, there were teachers that were telling my mom, they're like, hey, you should probably get your kid tested to see if they have, you know, ADHD. There's a couple of reasons why that didn't happen. Number one, damn, that's kind of fucked up. And number two, yeah, it's like, hey, so like you either do or you don't have ADHD, that will be like $1,000. It's expensive as fuck. That's the other reason. But yeah, I never got tested for it. Maybe someday, I'll see. But like, it's whatever. But yeah, that's the only thing I could say about like, you know, with this whole like ADHD thing. Like, there's a good chance I may have it, but like, I've never got tested for it, so I can't confirm nor deny. But I'm not sure if it's a common thing for teachers to just be like, yeah, your kid might actually have a disease or something. They might have, I don't know if it's a thing for teachers to just be like, yo, your kid has something. Like, I don't know. From my experience, I heard it from a couple friends, but I'm not sure if it's like a common thing that some teachers tend to do. But yeah, it's really funny every time I watch a Wiztuber video, and it's like, hi guys, this is Liam, coming back at you with another video. As like, he talks like really slow. No hate to Liam, by the way. I actually love his content. What I really respect about like how Liam does it is like, cause he asked me, I remember, like in the live stream, it's like, oh, do you think that I'm like, I talk slow? I was like, yeah, you do. But the thing is that like, while yeah, you talk slow, you're pretty much straight to the point, so it kind of balances out. So like, it's not actually a bad thing. It's just like, you know, some people just talk slow, some people just talk faster. It's just a thing that people do. But for him, it's like, you know, I usually, most of the time when I watch his content, it's usually straight to the point. So like, yeah, I mean, it's fine. It balances out. Honestly, I love the walking around thing though. I was mainly just referring to how I need to do my,
Give me strength!
Yo, Sir Camp Master Sponge, thank you so much for being part of the Frenzy Familia. We love to have you. Hope you enjoy your stay. Let me do a frozen crackeroni. Let's see. I honestly love the walking around. Also, thank you for showing me that my notifications work. I appreciate that, because I actually didn't know if they worked or not. For a time, I think like I was getting some notifications, but I didn't hear anything. And it seems like maybe I fixed it somehow. It'd be like that. Yo, we're at 6. You know, this would be good if I didn't have couch potatoes. Frenzy Familia's a fire name. Yeah, I was wondering, like, you know, what's it called? You know, people who, like, watch my stuff. Can I do rank 6? I mean, we have Talos. We have the big, bulky man. No time like the present. Alright, let's keep going. It's just a small imp, guys. It's fine. Damn, imp got hands. God damn, look at that. Look at that health. I don't think I need any heals, I'll be real. Okay, I think he's gonna hit me though. But yeah, I was always debating if I should be calling y'all like the like Frenzies or like the Frenzy Familia. I personally lean more towards Frenzy Familia. I actually don't mind Frenzies though. Cause like, The reason why I had the Frenzy's name, I think there was like this character that I used to play like a MOBA, known as Vainglory. Pretty good game. I think it died though, but it was a pretty good game. And there was like this little like, you know, hero that like had like those little tiny creatures that like helped them do like all their damage. And I think they were like a jungler character or something, because they did a lot of damage. And I was like, oh, that might actually be perfect. And that's where I got the name Frenzies from. Not the name Frenzy. I think I got the name Frenzy while trying to like search up like, you know, I don't know. I searched up the name because I remember someone mentioned it, I think. It was a weird story. I don't even know how it makes any sense, but I essentially was, you know, interested in like finding the definition of frenzy, right? Because like, I guess someone mentioned it. I was like, oh, that's a cool ass word. Let me find out what it means. Now, it means something that's really uncontrollable. And I have no idea how that, like, you know, fit with me. But I will say, in terms of things that, like, I'm really passionate about, I'm very passionate about, like, you know, games that I play. Like, I'm a very passionate person about, like, things that I do. I'm passionate about, like, you know, as to what I study and pretty much a lot of things. So that's kind of how I got the name Frenzy from, even though it doesn't really make that much sense, but it is kind of around the same realm. So then, like, some people thought that I got the name simply by, you know, the spell Frenzy, which is in Wiz. So usually I just tell people yes, but that's actually not where it came from. It just came from, like, a random day that was like, oh, let me just find a random name, a random word, and we'll just go with that. And it's basically Frenzy Gamer because it's my passion for games. Like, my passion is what some might consider uncontrollable kind of passion. A little bit of lore. Jungler? League? Well, bro, there's like more games that have a jungle than League. You know, I think even Smite has a jungle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even Smite has a jungle. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I need anything special here. Frenzy Familia is better in my opinion. It feels more unique. Oh yeah, definitely. It rolls off the tongue too for me. You can make an argument that Frenzies does too though, but like I honestly just stuck with the Frenzy Familia. And the Familia part is because like, you know, it's part of the fact that I'm, you know, Hispanic. So like that's like the other thing. So I was like, oh okay, you know, we'll do a little bit of Spanglish. We're gonna do a little bit of Spanglish. I will say though, not the best at reading, not the best at writing Spanish, and I'm barely even decent at speaking it. That's like my thing. I'm a failure. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm one of those kids. Like, you know, the kids like, you know, Hispanics that come to America that like, you know, barely know any Spanish, but also barely know any English. Like, you're in that middle ground where it's like, I don't even know what I am, bro. I'm just here. I just live here. But yeah, it's one of those. No sabo. No sabes. But yeah, that's kind of where that whole thing came from. Let's see. I have some videos I may want to make about test room because, you know, might as well, right? Might as well. Like, I'm like, yeah, you know, this test room, you know, it's there, you know, it exists. I wasn't necessarily what I would consider excited for it because, like, I kind of knew what it was. It was mainly just gonna be like, hey guys, the biggest thing that we have is gonna be, so there's this thing, right, that people like to do, that don't take showers sometimes. No, I'm kidding. But it was mainly just gonna be like a 1% player base kind of thing until they somehow release tournaments, which is probably open to more people, but I haven't heard word about it, so we'll have to wait and see. This is actually going really well, by the way. Yeah, that's right, Fizzle. But yeah, other than that, it's like, you know, some quality of life stuff, which is pretty cool. I should really read the notes, I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't really read the notes. I've just been watching people do it. I've been watching the homies do it, and just go from that. And it's like, it look alright. It's like fine. I wonder what they'll do for the fall though. Oh dude, I don't have any frick. It's fine. I'm gonna just do this. That is kind of real though. I'm in Polish, but I only know how to cuss at people. Yo, every time, bro, it's like, yo, man, teach me the swear words. It's so funny. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm this person. And I'm like, yo, man, teach me the swear words. Teach me the swear words. Yo, we got our boy Talos. He's in the mix. That's right, stunned him. Should I really have used the Talos? No, but like, I don't have a feint, and I'm not sure if I'll do enough damage. I mean, I could, but that's just guaranteed that we win, you know? Yo, he's going! No blades for you, sir! That actually did a decent bit of damage, unironically. Oh yes, my minus 45 for that minor blessing. Now it's gonna do like, I don't know, friggin' 40 health or something. Yeah, Tal's clapping cheeks right now. I know some of the Spanish ones because everyone hated my Spanish teacher. Oh my god. Wild. Hey, my Spanish teacher. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so the problem with, okay, I'll tell you this. The problem with that is that you need to keep in mind that a lot of words in Spanish are very, this is why Spanish is very complicated. A lot of the words in Spanish is like gender-based. So like that O, those O's need to change to A's. Now I will say though, maybe it could be for a cover so she doesn't think that they're talking about her. Wait. Wait, never mind. Oh, never mind. You said his. My bad. I thought it was I don't know why I thought it was a she. But yeah, it's one of those things. Is like, you know, accents mean a lot, and also the whole like gender specific thing means a lot as well. Which I get that messed up all the time. Happens all the time. Yo, Steel Ward. Wow, poggers. What is this? Like rank 7 now, right? I just want to see the health. Yo, it's Tinkerbell. It's great value Tinkerbell. Timberbell. 1.6k. Oh, we're at stage 7. You see how a sleeper this Deckathalon is? It is so sleeper. Look at my deck. You know, I barely did any work. Ah, good, refreshing water. You know, I'm definitely gonna want to use these minions though, eventually. Just not right now. And then we're gonna need empowerments as well. Very important that we have these. Nice. Honestly, we don't even need that much fairies, I'm gonna be real. We have drains for a reason. We may not even need the satyr. We need more minions. I've acquired more minions. Talos. Do we have the Mander minion? Yeah, we do. They just don't weakness me for me to make this like a worthy use, I'm gonna be real. Oh, maybe like a ship of fools for like an early AoE. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. Man, y'all must really hated your Spanish teacher. They're like, you know, what did he do? He's like, I'm gonna fail you all or something. I don't know. It's like he must have did something really bad. All right, stage 7 with the second credit. Before we do anything, though, okay, never mind. Oh yeah, by the way, this is like a bet you want. So I have Frozen Kraken, pretty much all the pretty good heals, like a Sprightly, the Fairy Friend, Energizing Battery, so a Healing Current, and Unicorn, and I socket Pigsy, Kruggerjul. How straight are you? I'm pretty straight. Pretty straight. He gave us... Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. I will say quizzes can be very useful though. In terms of like applying your knowledge. I will say the moment it becomes kind of like, oh no, like not that great is whenever it's one of those situations where it's like a really big portion of your grade and like there's no like they don't drop like the lowest scores and stuff like that. Like if they do nothing to like try to ease up your grade a bit with those quizzes, then yeah, it might be a bad thing. Just depends. That is a very weird comment, but no, definitely not a Trump supporter. Definitely not. And also, opinion on other races, I mean, I don't really think too much of it. I think everyone's cool. Let's see. I have a life shield on. What if... Nope. 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 Oh, yes. Yeah, it's about like, 40% of our grade? Okay, that is definitely... Yeah, that's kind of a yikes, I'll be real. That is definitely kind of a yikes, like having it be like a really big portion of your grade. Does your teacher like drop things or anything? Like, do they like, you know, drop any of the lowest quiz scores? I know for like a lot of the classes I do, whenever I get a quiz, they also drop the lowest scores, and that's fine, you know, when it's like that, where they drop the lowest scores. What about NASCAR? Never really seen NASCAR, to be honest with you. I never really found, like, you know, racing in general, all that exciting to watch, usually. I usually prefer racing games over actually, like, you know, watching, like, legitimate racing. Did I oh my god, I forgot. Frick. I totally forgot. Well, no time like the present, eh? No time like the present. I might need a shield again. Yo, Everick, how's it going, man? Welcome to stream. Did you finish college? I did finish my associate's degree a while back, yeah. Right now, I'm currently going for my bachelor's degree in double... Wait, does this kill? I hope it does. I'm going for my bachelor's in double E. I'm really close right now. I'm like super close. I'm getting towards the professional program. It's really not that long from now, I'm pretty sure. Did I really not? Oh my god. I don't want to use it. Wow, that does a lot of healing. Oh my god. Okay, I heavily underestimated minor blessing. Oh my. Okay, well I guess we wasted the credit. Ooh, lovely. Let's head about to become an engineer. I mean, hey, it's cool. It's cool, I guess. I don't know. I always found it pretty interesting. Let's see. What am I missing here? Let's see. Guess a blade, right? Yeah, that was a waste of a credit, but like that's fine. That's fine. How long is the professional courses? It depends how much I take at the time. The main reason why it's been pretty slow is mainly because like usually I don't do summer courses because I can't really afford summer courses, and for the most part, I usually don't take as many courses as well. Usually like 2 or 3 courses per semester, and the reasoning for that is because, you know, being able to pay for it, but also having the time for it since I also work on the side. But it's only like a handful of classes, and they're usually like specialty classes. So at this point, it's just trying to get the remainder credits for it. Right now, I'm just trying to get to the point where I can finally do my sophomore project, which is only available during spring. So I think if I do well with the fall course, I should be able to get the sophomore project, and then once then, I can get in more details about, you know, what I need to do to finally graduate and be out of like double E and potentially find something. Let's see. Do the universities of Texas give shit aid? I mean, I can't really say because like I haven't really seen it how it is for like other universities, but I would say it's okay, but I think it's pretty common for a bunch of places to have it be based on the amount of credits you take. But it favors more people who tend to do like full-time students instead of like, you know, part-timers. It's more beneficial for a full-timer than a part-timer. Part-timer, you might as well get it because, you know, aid is aid. You know, you basically get, you know, money that will help you pay for the courses and stuff, which is great. But to get the full extent of that aid, you need to be the full-time student. So a full-time student is usually like around 12 credit hours. Usually 12 credit hours. And I could get more if I do work study, which I might consider doing. Also, looks like this Deckathalon thing is gonna be cut quite short. I could probably do something else after this. I think this should be the deck that's enough to, you know, beat the general content. Like stage 7. And then I think maybe like... Actually, do I have time next week? Let me see. Yeah, I have time next week. I have time next Monday. So next Monday, I think maybe next Monday. Either next Monday or I'll just make like I'll just record a video for this. I will be finishing off the Life Deckathalon. We'll see how it goes. It depends if I either... Okay, here's the thing. If I pick up a shift for work, right? Then chances are I might have to make a video. If I don't, then chances are I am going to, you know, do a live stream. Something like that. Polaris Raid Drop, blah. Guy just... That's awesome, man. Good luck in your final courses. Graduated with a major in computer science back in 2020, and the change from full-time Wiz gaming to full-time work is insane. That is insane, man. That's, you know, good on you, man. Good on you. You're going places, going places. Yeah, I really just can't wait to finally be done with it. Things are going a lot better now. I will say my first year in uni wasn't the best because I was really excited to the point where I didn't really like prepare accordingly in terms of like being able to do well in courses and stuff, and it backfired me a little bit, put me back like kind of far, like maybe like a year, because like I took so many courses and then didn't really go well. I had to retake a couple of them, and then I did pass like the main ones, but I also had to retake some, Calculus 3 being a big one, and it was mainly just because like I didn't have a great professor for Cal 3, and I was forced to take him again the next time. It also didn't go well. I barely failed. And then I take it with a really good professor, and I passed it this third time. Then after that, honestly, that was like my only failure. That was like my only like main failure when I started uni. Now it's just like, yeah, we're just kind of going with the flow. I took a circuits course, and it was really difficult. I thought I was going to fail because I was not doing well in the exams. It seemed like I always forgot something. Like the first exam, didn't really know how the structure for the exam was going to be 100%. I didn't kill, did I? Yeah, that definitely did not kill. That's I hope it does. But yeah, I didn't know the structure for the first exam. Second exam, I was lacking on some of the main concepts like the mesh and name. Well, the MAME and the name, which is really big. I got the concept better down when the final came up through. And then I thought I did terrible, but turns out I actually did pretty good. So, yeah, big dubs on that one. Big dubs. Let's see. We're gonna keep this card until we can find a spell. Oh! Do I get, nope, never mind. Discard, and then just keep drawing. I mean, I'll use this if I need to. I may not need to. Yeah, I don't need to. We're fine. Okay, cool. I think this should do it, y'all. First semester for me was rough. I had to drop like a class second semester. I made a comeback though, and a cumulative 4.0. That's nice, nice. Yeah, for me, I would say like there was two issues I had that were really big throughout my time in college. Number one was COVID time. COVID put me behind like 2 years, so it put me behind in just getting the associate's degree, but we made it through. Because the first year was because, you know, I wasn't used to the online structure, like, at all. I just wasn't used to online schooling, like, whatsoever. Then the second year, it was more like, I would say, like, a little bit more of a depressive kind of year. And then that put me behind a bit. Then it was the, you know, first year when I started uni, after I got my associates. A bit too much than I can chew. You know, I did a little too much than I thought I can realistically do, and that was not great. But we got through it eventually, which is fine. It's all good. It's all good. I kind of want a scarecrow. We'll find it eventually. But yeah, other than that, I think overall things are going a lot better. And I want to keep it going. It's one of the reasons why, like, usually during the time that I'm at school, you don't really see much from me. You don't really see much content from me. Because, like, I'm really serious about, like, the school thing. Like, I'm really just focusing, trying to do well in the courses and everything. We're gonna do a little bit of damage here. I'm gonna summon Talos in the meantime. First semester was definitely depressive for me too. I wasn't happy with college. I went to it all, but now I'm planning on transferring to a good school. Frenzy on that grind? Yeah! I go to coffee shops usually when I study, because I can't really study at home that well. When I'm at home, I have much more distractions, and I have more opportunity to procrastinate, and that usually does me not great. It doesn't really do me much of a service for myself, so I usually be studying like at coffee shops or something, like somewhere public, or maybe even at the school. But I will say, I actually prefer studying at the school when I was at a community college than when I was at uni, because at uni, I don't know, I think it's just mainly because the community college had a lot more, you know, open space where you could see the outside, and I think that helps me a lot. That helps me a ton. Oh my god, that minor blessing is huge. These guys aren't really doing anything. Yeah, I basically lost my empowerment aura, which, you know, it's whatever. Not a big deal. Can kind of get it back. As long as I can beat the stage, we're fine. And, like, we have plenty of opportunity to get more credits and stuff, so we should be okay. Okay, we'll do this, and then Talos is gonna attack with me, so... Nice. We're gonna get the health back, because, you know, that's just how it is. Let's go. Alright, that's one. Now we just need the other one. What if, like, you know, the NPC was, like, prepared for it? Oh, it's still going for the Homongo. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. What if, like, the NPC was, like, prepared for it and decided, hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and just, like, minor blessing the other guy? That would have been crazy. Alright, that's a weakness though, so we should be okay. We should be fine. I want to see if I can find another vampire. Maybe we can. Actually, we may not even need it. I did find it though, in case. Alright, Talos, do your thing. I was afraid he was gonna fizz, but luckily he didn't, so we're good. Yeah, that makes number 7 almost done. We just need one more fight, which is the final. I think after this, we're just gonna farm for this freaking lock and key weapon, because I really want it for a Stitch. You know, I shouldn't have discarded that regen, but it's fine. I want the pit momentum, so let's do it. I may not even need that. We're gonna do this though. Let's see. Don't need this. May not even need this. Love getting the feint of a feint. We're just gonna do this. But yeah, so far this Deckathalon's been pretty simple. You know, it's been pretty chill overall. I really like it. You know, it's about time that we got a more chill experience instead of one where I just feel like I'm gonna die in like 2 seconds. This is like what I like to call the calm before the storm. The storm being the balanced Deckathalon. Whenever that comes around. But we'll have time. Hopefully by then I can actually get most of the series actually edited and uploaded. Vibing with music, exactly. That reminds me, what's up? Let's see. Honestly, this empowerment was useless. It's fine though. Yeah, now the minor blessing, let's go. That minor blessing was kind of crazy. Let's discard this. Probably shouldn't have, but not a big deal. That's pretty good. I guess pass again? Oh, okay, we're good. We're good, chat. Yeah, he's pretty much donezo. In AP Government, like 2 years ago, my friend and I were sharing earbuds, and I was showing him the Chrysalis themes. My teacher asked what we were listening to, and he looked so confused when he saw Chrysalis Combat Theme 2. It's like, man, these darn kids, they don't understand real music, like in World of Warcraft. What do you even get by doing this tower? I haven't really played in years. Nothing. Well, okay, not necessarily true. You can get recipes to craft some pretty cool TC and everything. The main thing you get from this, if I can go there, because we're not doing this. It's my last credit for the day. We went pretty far though. The main thing you can get from this is, where's she at? Oh, they must have moved her to the arena. That's probably what happened. It's some cosmetic wands. You can actually craft some cosmetic wands. I'm pretty sure it's this person. Yeah, you can basically craft some cosmetic stuff for like wands, like the gauntlets, the where's the hat? Oh, the spears, and then the claws. You can craft that kind of stuff. Some housing items, I believe, and the decks that are generally pretty good for like some very niche strategies in PvE or farming. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, but in my opinion, the reason why I'm doing it is because I'm doing it for a mini series. I'm doing it for a mini series of like where I try to beat all the Deckathalons at least one time, and this is like my second to last one. And after this one, I will just be repeating the finale being the balanced Deckathalon that I tried before but failed. So yeah, the reasoning for me is for content. The reasoning why people usually do it though is sometimes either for the decks or it's for the cosmetics like these. But me personally, I don't really care much for it, so I mainly just do it for content. That's the reason for me. We didn't even tell him that he turned the phone on to see and read it off. He sounded like he found us doing coke in the bathroom. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'll be right back real quick, chat, and then afterwards, I'm probably just gonna farm for a bit and then end the stream. So I'll be back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, so, there is a specific weapon I actually really want, and at this point, let's see how we're doing in space. Not that bad, actually. At this point, that's actually what we're gonna be doing now. We're gonna be farming for that specific thing. I do happen to have the gauntlet for it. It is one of the rarest drops in the game. I would say it's still less rare in comparison to the Amulet of Divine from Tartarus, but it's still pretty rare. If you know, you know. But I'm specifically going for the Lock and Key one, which you will be seeing from the fight that's coming up that I'm going to be doing a couple times. And since we pretty much just ran out of credits for the Deckathalon, and we have to wait for more, I think it's a really good time to just simply you know, do this. I will say though, absolutely hate this dungeon in a sense because like, just look, you'll see what I mean. Fade in, fade. Another fade inclusion. And then like you go in and take a look. Fade. Fade. Like, you see how many times you have to see that same freaking like basic transition? Like, I don't know, for me it gets really annoying because it's basically how I used to edit videos as well. But like, it's done through a dungeon and I'm like, come on man, like you don't need a fade for everything, man. You don't need like a fade edit for everything. Like, chill. This is the thing I want, by the way. You see where the guy in the middle and the guy next to it are wearing? That's the weapon I'm going for. Because I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan. That's the main reason why. I'm not sure if it's exactly a reference to Kingdom Hearts, but it definitely is a weapon that I will really love to have. And it's really rare to get, but the good news is you only really have to do this first combat, because I think this is the only spot that drops it, since this is the mob that has it. I don't see any other mobs that have it. Wizard101 attacks again? Wait, what did Wizard101 do? It's kind of crazy. Oh, let me see. I really hope I don't get dispelled. Better not. Don't do it. Don't do it. You Man, it's fine. Isn't this fun? We love having fun. Getting dispelled. Oh, I see that Ice Gold is doing the Polaris raid. Everything. Yeah, I see that Ice Gold is doing the Polaris raid. I wonder if they gotten any close to beating it. It's kind of funny how it's actually... Okay. It's easier to get a raid going in test realm, but even then, there are still some struggles to getting a raid started in test realm. So like, just imagine how it is in live realm. Just getting a raid started, like in live realm, where you actually have to do all the grinding, but in test realm, you can kind of cheese it a bit because you're given the resources to quote-unquote test things. But in live realm, it's not really the case. Everything's kind of set in stone, so you have to actually do it. But yeah, it's a little rough. Okay, surely this kills, right? I hope so. I was like, you better not dispel again, man. You did it once. That's one too many. One too many dispels. I will say, that Myth Knight's locking key is pretty cool too, though. I like it a lot, actually. I like both. I really wish you could just have both designs. Or at least have it be dyeable, so you can dye whatever color you want. Like, imagine how cool that will be. You could just dye the locking key as many colors as you want. Oh, dude, I can just imagine it. I also don't think this will kill, by the way. It might be just a little bit short. Yep, definitely short. Oh, no. It did almost the same bit of damage, though. Which is kind of crazy. Oh man. I mean, at this point, all I have to do is just wait for an Orthoris. Normally, these runs go a lot faster. The only problem is that, well... I got dispelled. And Visanji did not arrive. That sucks. What if I just do this? I don't feel like waiting a bajillion rounds. Like, I don't feel like waiting it. If I get it this run, W. But I'm not getting it this run. They say if you think hard enough that the opposite is gonna happen, then like it usually happens. Just look how beautiful that wand is. Apparently, Alexander Lionheart has also been trying to get this weapon. He's currently at like around 300 runs plus. Has still yet to obtain it. Damn it, I didn't think hard enough. Hey, spell defying jewel though. I forgot that these actually give pretty decent pet jewels as well. I hope I don't get the spell this time, that'll be great. I don't even think I can make my damage that much higher, sadly. Oh, Jesus Christ. I get tired of looking at that. It's fine. I just really hate that, like, the whole fade edits are just too much. I'm glad they tested out the fade edit, you know, only for this dungeon, and afterwards they were just like, yeah man, we are not cooking with this, and stop doing it for every other gauntlet. What are you trying to get? You see the weapons that they're carrying? I'm going for that. That's what I'm going for. I'm going for the weapon that they carry. Specifically the, actually they all have the same name, but the ice ones. That's the thing I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get a wand for a Stitch. It may not match, but at least I have the wand. I wish it was dialable. That would have been so good. For a thing that's so rare, you would think like, oh yeah, it'll be dialable. Nope. I should really have made a counter for this, I'll be real. I'm pretty sure I'm like over 100 runs or something in this now. And I still yet to get the wand. Also, I feel like if I maxed out my Orthoris, just imagine the possibilities of me being able to just like one-shot everything. It's crazy. Ooh, I do not like that brace, I'll be real. Ice the spell, who cares? It's fine. Oh, that sucks too. Never mind. Nice. I don't really get the whole block animation thing. Like, it happened, but like, in all honesty, not much changed. It did pretty much almost the same amount of damage. Maybe because I left him last, you know, maybe I'll get the key, I don't know. Like, maybe, you know, we're doing all the rituals we can. Oh, I didn't get it. I got another spell defying jewel. Oh, also, ooh, sharp eye as well. You can actually get a decent bit of, well, let me see, what is this spell called? Steel wards? You can get like a couple of them every now and then. You know, the plus 16 back in the day, the plus 16 treasure card, you can get some from here. I don't even know if Steel Ward is actually like still good in PvP or not. I'm led to assume no. I'm led to assume that it's become more of a situational kind of thing, but I don't know. Maybe I should equip more empowerments. Never mind, I don't have empowerments. I don't know, what do I equip? I don't know, let's see. TC or no, that's a bad idea. I don't know, maybe like a pierce to remove that freaking dispel if I need it. I don't know. Not really a big deal, honestly. I ended up doing both. I was just planning to do Deckathalon, but it went a lot faster than I expected because, to be fair, it's a pretty sleeper Deckathalon, being life Deckathalon. So I guess we had some time to do a little bit of this farming. Oh, thank God. I was afraid that was gonna be like a myth dispel. Luckily, it's not. Let's see. Alright, here we go. Give me the key! It's been like 100+ runs. Or something. I actually don't know. Aw. Didn't get the key. They say that apparently doing it at the lower level gives a higher chance, but I don't really see much of a difference. I mean, I tried doing it with the lower level the first time and it didn't make much of a difference. Plus, it took longer because I had to use 2 accounts and no bueno. But also, I'm still able to kind of like somewhat one-shot with this character anyway, so not a big deal. And also on the wiki it says that you can get it from the max tier as well. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. The only difference being is like I guess I take more damage or something, or I actually need to use frenzy. That's like the biggest difference. It's like I just spend like an extra round, which might make a difference in terms of timing, but in terms of the drops, like I don't think it's that much different. Especially if you're first, by the way. If you're first, then like you're set. Yeah, I definitely plan on watching this video when I get done. Let's go. Wait! Oh, I'm not paying attention. Oh, frick. Oh, no. This is what I get for, like, just brainlessly choosing the spell instead of thinking about what's gonna happen with the myth dispel. And that was first, too. I could have countered it, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Now I'm getting clapped. Let's freaking go. Yeah, getting clapped really badly. Not really. We're fine. It's just that I have to wait a little longer now. The question is, I think I tried it last time and it didn't really work out. Using a drop bear with like all these buffs and everything. I don't think it worked that well, but maybe it will. I honestly don't remember. I think if I remember correctly, what had happened was that I used it, but everyone blocked me somehow, and it just did no damage. The spell that made me a myth wizard. Like, unironically, this is the spell that just made me the myth wizard. The spell that made myth my main, because I just really loved it. I just thought Minotaur was cool. I'm sure that for a lot of people, there was a spell that specifically made them want to become a specific school of wizard. Like, I would assume, like, Storm might be because, you know, Stormlord's really cool. Ice, maybe Frost Giant's really cool. Or if you happen to be within like the second age or so. Like Celestia time, maybe like Snow Angel, because it's very pretty. Fire, maybe Fire Dragon. Arthurus is cool though. To be fair, Arthurus is really cool. Me personally though, Minotaur just holds a special place in my heart, you know? Alright, let's give this a try. Let's see what this does. How much this does. Is this actually enough or is it short? It might be around the short end, in my opinion. Let's see. Okay, it actually does damage. Okay, good. Good to know. Assuming you crit. And you have the extra buff. And I got nothing. Nightshade's pretty good though. Oh, and you also get triage here as well. Yeah, that's a thing you get as well. So we get a couple decent things from just doing that first fight, but the main thing we're going for is that locking key. As to how long I'll be doing it, I'm not sure. On stream, maybe not that long. Probably do a little longer and then just call it, because there's some other things I want to do at the moment. Yeah, because I don't think you get much benefit for doing the rest of this dungeon. Like, if the purpose is for you to just get that lock and key weapon, then I don't think the final boss drops it. Like, I don't think so anyway. I think this is the only place you see the knights, is here. And then past that, you just never really see them. Also, we'll use a potion, because might as well. Ooh, I'm second. Not great. As long as I don't get dispelled, we'll be fine. It shouldn't take like a millennia to finish. Give me a pip. It should be like 100%, so yeah, it should be fine. Let's see what this is. Frost Giant? Okay, please let it be like an Orthrus, please. Oh, thank you. Not really Orthrus, but like, I just wanted it to not be a Dispel. Because then we'll be here for an eternity. Let's see. Key? Man. No key. I wonder, how bad is this drop rate? The moment I get this key, I'm never going for it again. So I better take good care of this key. Because man, that drop rate is horrendous. You know, this would have been a perfect time to read the notes. Now that I think about it, this may actually be a perfect time to read the notes, because, you know, who wants to see this really, like, base tier editing fade in? And it's not really a fade in, it's more like a fade out. You know? And then, like, you know, me just casting the same spells 24/7. This might legitimately be a good time to read those patch notes. So I might just do that, actually. You might as well gain some knowledge while you're at it. Let's see. I'm gonna look at the sneak peek. Let's see. Okay, cool. This is the one, I think. Could be anyway. Remove that. Alright, go for that. And then boom. Can I make this where it's like a different screen altogether? Let's see. If I make it this, let's say I put it like ahead, and then let's say if I were to make it like, it doesn't really matter at this point, I'll be real. Dang it. Still no key. It's fine though, it's fine. I think this is definitely a perfect time to read the patch notes though while I'm doing this. Should be fine since I don't really need to focus all that much. Let's see. Just making sure I'm not leaking anything. Ideally. I don't want to give out the, you know, the credit card information of the 16 digits with like the 3 digits in the back, you know? Alright, let's do it. So, patch notes. Because we might as well, since like we're doing this boring freaking thing, we might as well actually get some value out of it in terms of knowledge about the summer update of 2024 as I try to get into a fight, and I'll let you know if I get the key or not, which I doubt it, but if I do, then the ritual definitely has to be to read like an update note. That's the ritual. It will confirm certain things that we want to know. Alright, let's see. So, summer update, the Cabal's Revenge, which basically, you know, long story short, it is the raid update, basically. Take revenge in the new Cabal's Revenge raid in the latest Wizard101 world update. No, never mind, my bad. Wizard101 update, it's not a world update. Currently on test realm, tournaments are back, but I'm not sure if there's any information on them yet, so we don't know. See what you think of the new boss rematch reboot. Rejoin previous wizards and new adventures through the recent wizard feature, and take a spin on the emote wheel, which in my opinion has to be like one of the best things I've seen, because now we can up our thumbnail game in Wizard101, because apparently this actually works while you're doing photomancy, so it's a huge quality of life update. We've also got tons of updates for Beastman, yeah, the usual. New guild achievements, spell changes, combat changes, much more for our wizards in this summer. Cool. And then we start things off with the raid. So, some feuds can never die, and for all the villains you faced and monsters you've defeated, there is one for whom hatred of the wizard has become so potent that they'll warp reality itself to see their vengeance satisfied, and they brought along some of the Cabal to help them. Not every member of that organization was happy about the recent developments, and they have gathered around at the abandoned fort in Polaris to make their displeasure known. Which looks kind of cool, honestly. I actually like the look of this raid. It looks pretty fun too. I've been told that apparently like it's actually not as hard in comparison to the Hunhao raid, which is the Azteca one, so that's a good thing. But obviously, content that's usually meant for like less than 1% of the player, or like actually not even less than 1%, probably just straight up 1% of the player base, which kind of sucks, you know, because they do work really hard on these, and it would have been great if they opened it to more people, you know. So rally your guild and prepare for your greatest challenge yet, facing off against not just one but 2 raid bosses. Interesting. So my guess is one of them is gonna be an old friend of ours, I guess, is my assumption. They are joined by familiar foes and evil twins as the Cabal makes their last stand. They say revenge is a best served cold, but it also is served to only level 170 players in coordinated guilds, ready to face the toughest obstacles Wizard101 has to offer. Speak to Gwen. Okay, cool. In Dondara, in Avalon, to begin the Cabal's Revenge raid. Got it. Then we also have like new spells as well, which I think we'll take a look at these spells in the future. They banned AoEs too, which is BS. Oh, for the raid? Yeah, that kind of sucks, but like it kind of makes sense in a way. Oh, one of them is the one that, yeah, I remember that homie. It's like, I'll make a pet and even plant couch potatoes to beat you. Yeah, I remember him. Old friend, you know, friend of the stream. Alright, so we got new lore spells as well. Yeah, I was like, you know, we're doing this thing. I might as well just read the notes. You know, get some knowledge. I need the knowledge. Man, let's keep going. 5 new lore spells. Why can it not be 7? Like, you know what's so weird? Is that they put 5 for 5 schools, but like, yo, where's the other schools then? Like, you know, we might as well just give it 1 for every school. But nah. I guess to even things out, I don't know. I genuinely don't know why the decision was only for 5 schools, but it'd be like that, I guess. Oh, I got Myth Dispelled. Good thing I remembered. Because I was just about to use Orthrus. 5 new lore spells coming for the schools: Fire, Ice, Myth, and Death, and Balance. 2 of the lower packs and their associated gold skeleton key bosses have been updated to drop new spell elements and new gear. Each of these key bosses also have new reagents they will be dropping and an associated gear crafter outside their sigils. Interesting. You have Ninja Spellman Pack, so basically Takanobu in Cave of Solitude. Will be dropping the newest spells of the Monk of Mourning. It will also be dropping Ice Elemental and Apocalypse. So Apocalypse doing 350 fire damage and detonating 2 overtimes. Very niche, but maybe there's some sort of use for it. The Ice Elemental, who has massive pecs, kind of crazy, does ice damage and basically is a Luminous Weaver. And you have Goat Monk with the Tower Shield. I'm not gonna lie, very boring effects, but at least they're fairly effective. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. Let's see. And I saw some of the spells looks. They look pretty cool. They look pretty cool. Can't really say too much about them though. And then you have the Night Spellman Pack, which is the Lore Master one. In my opinion, the best one is the Balance one. I think Balance kind of got the best one. Because, like, it's great to see that there's a spell that could be a minion killer, while also giving them, like, a... It's not a frenzy, right? But at the same time, it's like, it is a buff, nevertheless, that you just kind of get for free, in a way. If all you do is just focus on the, side guy, the mob, and then just focus on the boss, but now you have an aura. So you can save like a round not having the aura and just go for a hit. So it's not bad. I think Balance probably got one of the best ones. Yeah, and the other 2, they're fine. Like Ice, good. Death, good. Pretty basic. But it's good. And then you have the Balance one being, you know what it is. But it is Brave Sir Badger, 390 balance damage and the universal damage aura. Oh, so it's universal. That's even better. So like if you want to use like a dual schooling kind of strategy with balance, then like yeah, you most definitely can, if you happen to have the right setup for it. Like this helps a lot. I think Balance definitely got the best one in my opinion. It's the best, and I wouldn't necessarily say unique, but at the very least it's the more interesting of the, you know, utility based spells that does damage. Then you have Reckon of Eden, which removes 3 positive wards and then does 395 myth damage. I believe Splash Squatch does more damage overall for a single target hit, and the main reason is probably because it only removes one shield instead of like a multitude of them. So take that what you will. Myth one's pretty good. I think they're all pretty good. Myth one's just kind of more on the niche side, and the best one in my opinion will have to be the Balance one. Boss Rematch Reboot. Let's see what they do in this one, because I gotta know. Boss rematches are back. Not only are Arc 2 rematches newly available, but many other improvements have been made to the system to broaden the appeal and reach of these combats. In case you haven't seen before, boss rematches are one-time use housing items that contain single fights where you face the final bosses of each world. And sometimes these villains recruit some other creatures from the iconic encounters throughout the world that they're from. These villains are more difficult than what you fought when you fought them before. So gather your friends and help take them down once and for all. To create a rematch, harvest some reagents, blah 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 blah, visit Raquel, so like, you know, I guess great value Contessa in the arena. or your world's local housing vendor. After your first attempt, the rematch becomes cheaper to craft. Okay, so they kept the same formula with the crafting of the rematches. So what exactly changed is what I'm trying to find out here. Let's keep reading. Previously only available in challenge mode. Players now. Oh, okay, so that's what's changed. So it changed. It has the option for standard mode. Okay. Both modes are based on the highest level of the arc. So Wizard City through Dragonspire are all level 50, and Celestia through Chrysalis are all level 100. If you're hold on, let me do a spell. If you're higher than these levels, do not fret. You can join in the fun too. Now you can fight in standard mode using your current stats and spells at no cost to you. But that's too easy for you. If that's too easy for you, try challenge mode. You will be scaled to the level of the boss and will have to put your combat skills to the test. Like other challenge modes, you will receive a gold skeleton key for your first victory. Alright, how are we feeling about that? Cause like, I'm gonna be real, it's not enough. I'll tell you that. It's definitely not enough. I think the idea, whenever we had the roundtable with Val and Zepha and like the devs, I think the idea that Cam had to have like a couple of like, you know, hey, we'll have it to where it's gonna drop other keys, and then with that you can basically craft up to a gold key, would have been a better system overall if we're going by that. But I don't know, maybe that is the thing. I don't know. Like, I haven't really done rematches in a while, so I guess find out and see for the future. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. It's not enough though, in my opinion. But let's see. Morgan Saga R2 rematches. Morgan and her Umber Legion are preparing to take you out once and for all in combats that keep you on your toes, combine enemies as you've never seen them before. Okay, so this is just explaining like the Arc 2 ones. You have Mytheria, which is the sun boss, I believe. Tsetse, which is Mirror Lake. The Pendragon, which my guess is that it's combined with the other dragons you face afterwards, maybe. Huak. I'm not sure who Huak is, I'll be real, I forgot. And then you have Morganth rematch specifically. Okay. There's reagents on it as well. Let's see. Harvested reagents are the reagents that you pick up off the ground while exploring worlds. Since these are a big part of how rematches were made, we thought we'd take the opportunity to improve the experience of collecting reagents. This audit includes two main components: acquisition and distribution. Currently, harvested reagents are something that you may see as you're questing and pick up on the occasion. But if you go out seeking to harvest many reagents, you can only get your hands on a few. Before you must wait for more to appear, like the cantrip chest. We have reduced the respawn rate by 5 seconds, so once you pick one up, you can immediately start looking for the next one. This part is still in progress and will still be ongoing across the next few updates, but for now, you can see this in Wizard City and in Avalon. Distribution-wise, there are some reagents you know where to find, but others that are more random and unpredictable. While some reagents like Cattail and Mistwib will still show up in many worlds, with this audit we have selected one reagent per world that will be exclusive to the world. Because of this, new reagents, Flax and Rose, have been added to Wizard City and Avalon respectively. This part is also of the progress and will be in effect with acquisition updates. So they're pretty much doing what, you know, for example, what like Genshin Impact does, or like other kind of like world type of like, I don't know, what's it called, like open world genres, where it's like certain stuff you get from certain areas instead of having it be like, oh, these are basically available everywhere. It's like, no, these are going to be very specific, so you can actually find locations and be a little bit more efficient in obtaining them. So I would say this is a pretty decent change. It's a decent change. Making them respawn faster is also good too. I would say that's decent. Decent change. Going to another run, by the way, y'all, if you're wondering. Did you know that your pet can also have... Yeah, we know about this. Yeah, it also brings more rewards. We're talking about the scouts. Basically, the scouts feature is what allows you to get some special rewards, if not extra rewards, from harvesting a reagent or obtaining a reagent in the outer world. Same thing like how a spiritual retriever and elemental retriever, but like those work for chests to give you spell elements and some TC. Each world's housing vendor now has a recipe to craft their world's rematch. Okay. Interesting. Rematches are given as a badge reward after completing the Arc of the Worlds. Okay. Level 170 versions of gear available in Arc 1. Rematches have been added to Arc 2 rematches. I'm not sure what that means, but cool. This is the feature that I was really excited for. The cosmetic items. So basically the Fortnite update. This is the Fortnite update where you basically can quick command emotes, which is really good. Expressing yourself can be hard. Sometimes the emotion you want to convey is buried in some nested setting millions and hard to access. Thus, we bring to you the radio menu. With a simple click of a scroll wheel, and I hope I don't get this spelled here, or center mouse button, or by pressing Shift E, you can have instant access to up to 40 emotes, which is huge. Big update. This changes everything, y'all. Then enter the emote or tap a number from 1 to 8 to play the effect. Oh, okay. Interesting, interesting. Does it tell you the number, or like... Yeah, like, will it tell you the number, or... is it just like, you know, clockwise rotation kind of thing? I guess it might just be clockwise, maybe. That might be what it is. Adding emotes to the wheel couldn't be easier thanks to the new cosmetic items tab in your spellbook, which I didn't know that was a thing. Zayfa told me about it because I was saying, oh, it doesn't work, and then Zayfa told me, it's like, oh, you know they had a new tab, right? It's like, yeah, I did not know, so I'm gonna check that out later. But long story short, this makes the, you know, thumbnail game for WizTubers, it should be better, because now, like, you can actually show the emotes and stuff a lot easier. I know for most WizTubers, what they do, at least to my knowledge, is like they get a friend to like be with them and take the screenshots for them so they can actually, you know, use it for like thumbnails and everything. But now you can just do it on your own from the looks of it, because I have been told that this actually works in Photomancy, which is actually really good. The radio menu has 5 pages of 8 slots to choose from. You have the victory dances. Sick of seeing this one, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay. So you can do multiple victory dances, so like, it doesn't have to be the same one every time. And I guess same thing for the teleports. Okay, cool. But it doesn't necessarily mention it, but I did hear, also according to Zayfa, that this actually works in Photomancy, which is great. Because like now we can actually have some really good screenshots for thumbnails and everything. That's awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. I still have yet to get the one, by the way, y'all. I'll let you know if I get it, but I have yet to get it. Very sad days. Alright, let's keep reading. Let's see. Recent Wizards. Recent Wizards are characters with whom you've recently shared an activity but aren't yet friends. The activities... Okay, this is a cool feature. The activities can be fighting together in combat or exploring the dungeon, hatching a pet, playing Beast Moon on the team, playing Pet Derby, playing on the PvP team, etc., etc. You may send a pixie post message to Recent Wizards, and if they are online, you may chat with them and teleport to them. You can right-click to inspect them. Recent Wizards are, using a card, sorted by the time that you last did something with them. Using the Sort Recent Wizards button, you may filter them by the activity that you shared. There is a setting option to disable the pixie post messages from Recent Wizards. Okay, cool. And I think this is, did it show the quick command? Okay, cool. I guess it didn't, but we'll find out later. Did I still not get this one? That sucks, man. I still have yet to get this one. Guild achievements. Yes, that's a thing now. Tiering a gallery of the guild museum to gold or completing a raid is a remarkable achievement. Both require a lot of time and dedication. We celebrate that the guilds have done these things. Talk to Lewin near the guild tree to view your guild achievements. So like, you know, what did your guild do that's very special for the day, I guess? Make you feel good. Please let me skip this. Why do I have to keep watching the same animation? I just want my key and be done with this place. I do like that it gives quite a bit of night sight though. Night sight is pretty rare. Okay. Social kiosk and improvements. Let's see what it says here. So it looks like adventure parties are permanent groups that okay. You may belong to up to 3 adventure parties, okay. You may belong to 1 guild, okay, cool. Check out the improvements that we made on the social kiosk. Adventure parties may declare multiple purposes via a button in the social window, and adventure parties' purposes are shown in this kiosk. You may filter adventure parties by their purposes and using the sort button. Okay, so quality of life there. Guilds show the items that they have unlocked. Hopefully I don't get dispelled. You may filter guilds by their unlocked islands using a sort button. The process of requesting to join a guild or an adventure party has been cleared up. Okay, so they just kind of make it a little cleaner, I suppose, and you know, add some extra features for quality of life. Okay. Need beastful forms if you care. Just to explain, you know, you have the firewolf. So basically, seems like this is somewhat minion based. Summons a minion. Oh. Okay. Or 300 heal overtime over 4 rounds if ally has a minion. Okay. So it summons a minion in base, or it just decides to use a heal overtime. Got it. Then you have a spell that is based off healing overtime. So if you have a healing overtime, it does more damage. Okay, interesting. So this one focuses on healing overtime. Got it. Balanced Draconian, that's a new form. You want to know something? They have more, you know, beast forms than they do hairstyles in this game. It's kind of insane. I'm just gonna lay it out there. Like they have more beast forms probably than they do like hairstyles for boys and girls combined. It's crazy. That's an assumption, by the way. I'm not actually 100% sure, but it does feel that way, at the very least. But yeah, I'm doing another run. Still no key, y'all. No key yet. Balanced Draconian, let's see. Heal overtime and gives a 50 damage shield. This one is a heal overtime, and I guess, assuming it's a bird, I would assume because it's the bird logo, it might be Pacify, which is the opposite of Taunt, making it to where you'll target other enemies except for the person that it's being casted on. That's my guess. It's like the anti-Taunt. I'm assuming that's just the anti-Taunt. I could be wrong. And Pacify if the target has less than 50% health. Okay, that has to be an anti-Taunt. That's actually a cool mechanic. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually a cool mechanic. Now, I will say AoEs kind of destroy it, but using AoEs and Beast Moon isn't necessarily as common depending on who you're going against. If you're doing Spiral, chances are you're gonna have someone out there that does happen to have an AoE form that can easily counter it. But if you're doing like the 2v2 battles, there's a really good chance that you can probably get away with using this, so pretty cool mechanic, not gonna lie. Then you have the Death Minotaur, 200 death damage or 300 death damage if you happen to have a charm. Okay. And then you have this, which is a 150 drain and clear a charm for a... Is that like a minus 150 weakness? It might be a... Okay, it might be a negative aura to put on someone. You put a negative aura on someone, so they do less damage for 2 rounds. That's my assumption. Okay, so kind of blade focus. These are pretty interesting forms to say the least, though. Honestly, I actually really like the Balanced Draconian. I feel like if that's what I think it is, and it's like a Pacify, so like anti-taunt, then yeah, I think that actually might be good. That actually might be something that's needed. You know what's crazy? Like I rarely do Beast Moon anymore, but like I I still find some of the stuff that it does that are pretty interesting. I do think that the mode itself definitely needs room for improvement, but overall I would say it's pretty interesting. You have the schedule here in case you are interested. You have the pets, you have the specific idols in case you want to unlock a form, and the idols are going to be from, you know, I guess a reward or so if you get there. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, school pip and other combat changes. Okay, this is a really big deal. So during the roundtable, Zepho specifically mentioned about the school pips and how it negatively affects like a lot of lower level players, because, you know, it's also for some reason based on the allies. So we'll see what they did to change this, but I heard that it's a lot better now than when it was initially. So let's see exactly what it is that they change. My guess is that they basically just kind of have it to where the allies aren't affected, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me just do a fight real quick and then we'll read it in a second. We're almost done with the notes though.
What's up?
Okay. School pip generation is now determined by comparing your arch mastery stats against your opponent. Okay, boom, they fixed it. Chat, they fixed it. Okay, cool, they fixed it. So one of my issues with like how it was before was that like there wasn't necessarily what I would consider a thing as arch mastery tuning. Now, for those who are a little bit confused on what I mean by this, in Honkai Star Rail, for example, there's a concept known as speed tuning where you're trying to meet a certain speed threshold on the character in order for them to be within a specific turn order to do a specific thing. Usually tends to happen with, you know, support characters, so they're fast enough but not too fast to where it might mess up the cycles with your damage user, with like your DPS character, stuff like that. So in Star Rail, yeah, there is such a thing as tuning, because like you could just simply get like a new piece, right? And when you rock a new piece, you don't have to just specifically trash that old piece that you had. In Wiz, you had jewels, but the problem with jewels is that a lot of the jewels, specifically for Arch Mastery, unless it's like a jewel that's like, you know, similar to like Kroger Jewel where you could just, you know, unsock it, most jewels are shatterable, which means the moment you remove it, it's gone. So tuning is difficult to the point where it's non-existent. And it looks like, you know, they decided, hey, we're gonna change it up right then and there. And I'm really happy for it. So very, very exciting. And finally, it no longer affects the lower levels. It's about time. Okay, 50 rating, this player regenerates 2/3 every round. 75 rating, this player regenerates 1 every round. Okay, cool. Okay. Just like basically how the rating works versus the opponent, I'm assuming. Okay. There's some bug fixes as well. Ivan the Greater now spawns as expected. Cyrus was offering improper spell training. Oh, I remember this. This was so weird. Malice in challenge mode now drops pairs of spell elements as expected. Silent spells have expanded spell inspect descriptions. Bottom path Minotaur properly clears 4 shields. Thank God that spell was broken, and I'm glad they fixed it. Thunder Snake and Dark Sprite and Bloodbat's bottom path has been modified. I'm curious to see what the modification was, because like I do remember that I wasn't a big fan of Bloodbat's utility. We can probably log in the test realm real quick and see what it is. Stuns and damage AoEs have been changed to standard only and are no longer usable in advanced combat. Kind of an L in my opinion, but sure, whatever. Arc 2 bottom path treasure cards are now available at the PvP Crafter, Guild Crafter, and Portal of Peril Crafter. If somehow you can get those TCs, like, you know, with using retrievers, that would be great too, in my opinion. Like how they did for Arc 1. Okay, how about the quest? Pre-first time user experience players should now get the library dues book quest in Wizard City. Private Quinn temporarily went missing in Firecat Alley. He's been found and has returned to duty. Several quest lights are now defaulted to being on. Various other quest light fixes, sigil in the Sultana's Palace, can now be repeated after finishing a quest. Various other sigil fixes and off the map doodle map clues are now in the right spots. Okay. Housing of guilds. Okay. There are now 1.5 hour versions of raid keys. Okay. It's nice because, like, I would assume, like, you know, less resources needed to be made, but more importantly, having it be 1.5 gives, like, you know, teams more, like, you know, better timing of, like, not being in the raid for too long. So, I guess it's pretty good. Juggernaut Crab Theater table now has collision boundary. Regal Castle Blocks now supports 15 wallpapers and 15 tiles per area. Several bugs with the Regal Castle Blocks have been fixed. Okay, what about crafting? Let's see what they did for crafting. The Portal of Peril event now has a progress bar with fortune coins. That's big! That's big! Wait. That's actually big, I think. So, like, I guess this, what they mean by progress bar, they might mean this, and it just gives you extra coins? Okay, that's pretty big. That's a pretty big change. I'm not gonna lie, that's a pretty big change. We'll have to wait and see how it works, but that's pretty big. They also added 5 gauntlets to the Portal Apparel, so now there's a total of 6. So we don't know what the 5 are, but it's gonna be Sinbad and 5 more. So it might be the older ones, it might even be some of the newer ones like the Library Gauntlet. We have to wait and see. Several improvements to the Beastman UI. You can now click on your pet while playing as your pet. Badge leaderboard should no longer duplicate entries. Added recipes for Alchemy Stations Arcs 1 and 2. Badge leaderboard has been moved to Old Town. W change. W change. I love that change. That's a good change. Social systems plus invite a friend. Oh, yeah, they changed that as well. Yeah, they added some systems. You can now create an adventure party with 2 players in the group. W change, W change. New information added to invite a friend. Invite a friend tab in the social window. Okay. Social kiosk has been revamped. Information on the invite a friend window will continue to be adjusted prior to live realm. As with anything else, know that it can change suddenly during test realm. Okay. Oh yeah, they added more world elixirs, so now you can skip Midfaria, Midvalon, and Azteca. You can skip a couple places now, for those who care. Obviously, 25 crowns, you know damn well it's not going to be 25 crowns, so, you know, don't get your hopes up. They also sold the solution to the raid grinding issues, but if you're interested, let's see. Lots and lots of shop and other building light fixes, various UI corrections and improvements to dialogue and text. Several animations have been fixed. I don't think this kills, right? Definitely doesn't. And some bugs. Spells using the select target effect may display incorrectly a -1 damage. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, this looks so weird, man. It looks like a crazy formula. Arc 2 rematches are a work in progress and will be updated in future test realm patches. Okay, so I guess we'll have to wait till next week to see what it actually entails for us. But from the looks of it, I would say, since we didn't really get anything about tournaments yet, I would say this update is maybe like around maybe like 5 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10. It's really unfortunate. The biggest thing about this has been really just the fact that it's the raid, which only like 1% of the players have been able to do, are able to do. So that's a little unfortunate. And it didn't really expand anything about the accessibility of people to be able to do raids, because unfortunately guilds are very picky, and rightfully so, because guilds take a lot of investment in order to actually be able to do it successfully and efficiently. And plus, with the fact that raids still have a timer for some reason, which, yes, you can make an argument it adds to difficulty. The other issue is really the fact that it just kind of, you know, prevents other strategies from being able to be used, because you already have a timer per se, an invisible timer with the portal keys and stuff. To add another, to just simply like add another, you know, timer for like being able to complete one run is a little cringe. But other than that, I would say it's a decent update. I can't really say anything too negative that much. There are some stuff that kind of sucks, and I haven't really experienced everything. I think really to determine if this is a really good update or just a pretty whatever update, I think it really is just going to be determined by if they ever bring out tournaments and how tournaments are going to be. Because apparently there might be tournaments within this update, but it hasn't really been official yet. We might have to wait till next week to see if the notes change, because there hasn't been notes for tournaments yet. But other than that, I would say pretty decent, but we have to wait and see what the entirety of the update unfolds. So we'll just have to be waiting for that. But yeah, that was a pretty fun read. Some stuff that could be interesting, some stuff that I think could definitely use a lot of improvement though. But I don't know. I'm just trying not to get my hopes up. Like, is all I'm trying to say. I don't want to get my hopes up with, you know, updates. We did it for last update, right? The spring update. Now, I will say, they definitely turned things around a bit with the spring update later down the line. The moment they decided to, hey, we're gonna make spell elements be, you know, refunded with gold. You know, like, you know, just use gold and you can change the spell element stuff. That's great. That's awesome. Love it. But at the time, right, they had it in test room and then they removed it. They changed a couple things and it just left a really sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, including my own. But it seems that now, it did get a little bit better. It just took a bit of time to get to that point. So I would say there's potential, but I did hear that this raid is actually a lot easier in comparison to the previous ones. So there are some good, there's some bad, but I'm leaning towards, for now, maybe like I'm leaning more towards a 5. I would say like a low 6. That would be like my general score, is like a low 6 for now. We'll see what they do for tournaments. As you can see, after all this time, I have still yet to get myself a beautiful key. I'm gonna be real, I wonder how long I took to actually read all that. What if I just upload the video? I have it recorded. What if I just like straight up like uploaded the freaking video, just no edits, just like boom, I'm just reading the notes. Hey, it'd be an easy video. It'd be an easy video, okay? It's an easy video. Don't blame me. It's content. I think I am what's known as the Yappertron 9002 though, to be fair. I'll definitely look back at it. It might be actually a good video. Maybe one day, chat, I will eventually get this amazing key. Until that day comes, I don't know. I'll probably die on the inside. You know what's crazy? I think the only reason I've been able to, like, you know, defeat these guys is probably because I upgraded my Orthrus. I think a base Orthrus may have not been enough to kill. Like, there's actually a potential chance that, like, if I was using base Orthrus, it will not kill. So, W Orthrus, I guess. Oh, okay, I'm glad I'm first. I'm so glad I'm first. Honestly, chat, I think I should make some test run videos. I think I should. I think that's what I'll do after the stream. I'll just make some test run videos. I'll probably like upload one just of the one I technically, this wasn't even a video. I was just yapping because I didn't want to see the same screen like 24/7. But like, I'll just upload that. You know, just call it a day. It's like, hey guys, new video. You're welcome. Get that uploaded, and then maybe just work on a video about the new spells and stuff. You know, it might be interesting. It might be very interesting. Dude, why am I not getting my locking key? Give me my locking key. I beg of thee. Please, I've been a good boy. I've been a good boy this year. Yeah, I think that's a good idea though, to have a video going. Hell yeah. Listen, I think it's good, right? I think it's good to, you know, just like have some videos like based on your streams. Mainly because like, I don't know, I guess it just gives me an opportunity to like understand better as to like how well I do speaking in a live setting and see what I can improve on. I mean, that's just public speaking in general. Like, if you've ever been to like a speech class, normally, I'm not sure how you do it. I usually just kind of like do it so many times to the point where it's engraved in my brain, so I don't have to rely on looking at my notes or looking at a PowerPoint. But I know for some people, what they do is that they record themselves doing a public speech, right? And they look back at the footage, see what they can improve on, see where they mess up, and try to remember that specific portion and just go from there. So this is like one of those scenarios, like one of those strategies where like you just record it. Or some people literally just have to record it for an assignment, especially like if the speech class is like online only, you know? I never thought I was gonna make a video about like test rep. Hey, free content, yay! Yippee! I wonder how a friend of the stream, Liam, is doing. That's a lot of overtimes, my lord. Oh, this is just a mob. Okay, interesting. As per usual, chat, we ended up not killing everyone. As per usual, he's gonna use a dispel on me. Never mind, this is just as bad. I would like to stand corrected, this is just as bad. This is like getting dispelled 2 times. One. You know what would be crazy? This be on some Kendrick levels, bro. When I get my turn next round, right? Watch there be a myth dispel when I, you know, take my turn next round. Like after Medusa, just straight up dispel. And then afterwards, the ice person can like frost shine to remove the dispel shield. And then the myth guy uses a stun. Okay, he did nothing. All right, cool. He's not that crazy. Okay. They don't hit me that much. Listen, guys. All I'm saying is that y'all just need to give me your locking key. You know, you just need to give me your weapon. Okay? It's like that's all I need. That's all I'm here. That's the only reason I'm here. If you give me that, I'll leave you alone for like almost an eternity because I don't really think there's anything else I need to farm for this area. I just want that key. It's very simple. It's a very simple thing. That's a lot of damage. Beast Moon! Bog! Oh. I actually like Mayhem, by the way. If you're wondering which one's my favorite mode of the two, definitely Mayhem. I think Mayhem's more fun, less sweaty. Let's see. I needed to talk to someone. I have some ideas that I need to do. Hilda, how's it going? Okay, I'll do a little bit more runs. I want to stop, but at the same time, it's like, but what if I get the key though? I want the key. Please. I don't want to see this same animation. I've been here for too long. Is there like a badge for it? Complete the Unforgiven Dead Housing Gauntlet. Yeah, I soloed this because it was crazy, I guess. I don't know. Oh man, no key? Lame. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, brr. What does this do? As you can see, I played a lot of Beast Moon back in the day. Not anymore. Have less time for it now. It might be possible. Maybe I'll probably do one of Mayhem's around. If like Tojin and or Val is down to do some, like I'll be down. It's really fun to do. It's a really easy way to get points. So I'd be down in that aspect. Even Speedster, I believe, does them too. So that's a big maybe. Big old maybe. All right, I'll be back real quick. Blech. I'll be back real quick. Hopefully I don't get this spell.
In our eyes.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, totally. You know what's also in my eyes? The lock and key. So like, why don't you just give me the lock and key? You know, like I see it in my eyes. I should take it, you know? I should take it from your hands. They'd be in better hands with a good wielder. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Cool. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give it like a couple more runs. Then I'm gonna give up. No, I'm not really. I'm just gonna like, you know, stop doing it for a bit. You know, do it again while I'm uploading the video. And then edit the video and then keep doing this again. I mean, nah, not really. Because when I edit, I try to hard focus. That's my thing. But when I'm probably uploading the video, I will most likely take the time as it's processing to simply just, you know, do this until I get the key. I'll let you guys know on Twitter if I get the key. So follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description. I try not to use the community tab too much because like I don't really want to annoy people, but I will annoy you with one thing. I'm gonna annoy you with the streaming schedule because I forgot to upload today. So you're only gonna get for 2 streams, but I'll just spoil it for you right now. It's basically gonna be Honkai Star Rail story, character story tomorrow, so I can do more of it and get some free jades. And we're also gonna be doing the Nuzlocke finale, the Buck Nuzlocke finale. That will be Thursday, so that will be the day after tomorrow. Alright, that's attempt 1. Attempt number 2. This loading screen, it's very long. Does that mean I can get the key? Is that what it means? Oh, okay, cool. Let's move on. What? Wait, how are we doing on jewels? Okay, we're not maxed out yet, thank God. Totally forgot about that. I'm glad I'm going first now. I can actually prepare for the dispels. If I'm actually paying attention, that is. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see how friend of the stream Liam is doing. He's going against some Medulla looking character. Oh, do I get key? Let's see. Frick, no key. Nice shade though, and a fossil. I'll take that. I need it, yo, I need it. You don't understand. Think of the possibilities. I can finally have myself the Keyblade. Actually, isn't gold in Liam's guild? Isn't that where he's doing it from? Maybe. Friend of the stream. Okay, let's see. It would depend on this, honestly. Ooh, I'm second. Lame. Okay, they're not in the same guild, I think, because, yeah, because the timing is much different. Okay. Interesting. No dispel, W. Hey, I think for like 3 credits though, we waited really far. I think we made it to around like number 8, 7, 8, tier 8, 7-ish. So actually, that's not that bad. No, we made it to tier 8. That's how much of a sleeper life Deckathalon was. It is what it is. I don't make the rules, okay? I don't make the rules. Alright, this is my final run, by the way. I hope I can get the key. If not, then I am doomed to... Oh man! Okay. That's fine. Not really, but it's fine. Yo, you suck. Hey, you double-bladed, bro! They want me dead. Oh wait, I forgot, I got stunned. W. I forgot, I got Frost Gianted. Let's go! And now you die. W Frost Giant. He got buffed as well, by the way. Not with this update, but like a previous update. Actually, specifically within spring. Alright, please give me the key. Buff my key chances, I guess. Frick! Do I do one more? No, I'm gonna stop. I need to stop. Let's see. Pretty sure I got to level 8 though for Deckathalon. So like we don't actually have that much left to do. We have 8, 9, and 10, I think. So we're progressing very nicely, very smoothly. Yep, boom, level 8. So yeah, we made it really far with just 3 credits. So as I said before, either we're gonna do this Monday, or if I happen to pick up a ship Monday, then like what I'm gonna do is probably record a video of just doing the last few stages. So with that being said, I'm going to leave off the stream here. I hope you guys did enjoy today's stream, and also if there happens to be a video, I hope that you enjoy the video as well. As always, make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe and join and become part of the Frenzy Familia. Best way to stay up to date is either my community tab or Twitter, link is in the description. And as always, to everyone who is watching, always remember to stay frenzy and peace.